wasn't here, but he's ready to get the team enrolled. After that, Steve, come on. This is Dr. Steve Stepp from the Nazarene Church here in Marion. And this gentleman stepped in at the very last minute and did an exemplary job. In between his busy schedule, having to go to a basketball game and a board meeting and all these things, he turned it around for me in just an overnight. And thanks to old person, he gave me the nod that this gentleman would be a great judge, and he was. So let's have a round of applause for Steve.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start announcing the nominees and reading their bios. Continue to eat, please, as we go into this. And we're going to do it just a teeny bit different than we have in past years. As Angie and I announce the names, we'll ask the nominee to come up here and the nominator to stand. And then Jennifer, our photographer, if you want a picture with you and the nominator, which would be really nice, just pause a second at the table. Jennifer will take that quick shot, and then you can come on up here. Okay? The Women's Business Council of Marion is honored to again sponsor the Athena Leadership Award. The Athena was inspired by the goddess of Greek mythology, known for her strength, courage, wisdom, and enlightenment. Qualities embodied for the Athena leadership model. The award is unique in both scope, local, national, and international, and the Athena mission upon which it is based. The Athena Leadership Award is presented to those honored for professional excellence, community service, and for actively assisting women in their attainment of professional excellence and leadership skills. And one more note, I had to really edit these down, so these women are all fabulous and have done 10,000 more times worth of things than you're going to hear this moment.
Catherine Fisher. She's the owner at Red Brick Social Media, nominated by Elaine Merchant. And her nonprofit donation of choice is Downtown Marion, Inc. Kate began her career in the corporate world, but in 2014 relocated back to Marion to support her family in their historic preservation real estate company. In the past 4 years, Kate helped to revitalize the Harding Center and also is the project and general manager for Flying Fish Law. During this time, Kate also managed her first business, Catfish LLC, and started another company in 2016, Red Brick Social Media. Kate currently serves on the boards of Joanne Davidson Ohio Leadership Institute, Trepid Digital Academy, and the Marion Technical College Foundation. She is also a member of the Marion Area Entrepreneurial Council, Marion Maid Advisory Committee, Lower Downtown Revitalization Committee, and was Marion City Council President from June to December 2017. Nominator Elaine Merchant said Kate has a heart for Marion. She is active in multiple businesses, both family-owned and those she started herself. Kate gives her time and energy towards numerous boards and commissions where she volunteers. I have no doubt that Kate will continue to work hard to support and mentor other women to become the best versions of themselves. Further, she will continue to grow her current business ventures and find new and innovative ways to support our community and help create an environment so that all in Marion may continue to live and work and thrive here. Congratulations, Kate.
Okay, our next nominee is Chris Haas. Chris is Financial Director and former Executive Director of the Marion Adolescent Pregnancy Program. She was nominated by Tam Galloway, and her nonprofit donation choice was the Marion Adolescent Pregnancy Program. Chris has been involved with Marion Adolescent Pregnancy Program for close to 40 years. She became a board member in 1981, took the reins as the Executive Director in 1993, and after 23 years, transitioned to her current position as Financial Director. In 1995, Chris was the driving force behind establishing and opening MAP's Teen Living Center. Through the years she was Director, the teen pregnancy rate in Marion County dropped from 157 in 1993 to to 60 in 2016. In 2000, Chris applied and received the state Help Me Grow grant. In 2015, Matt received the Healthy Families of America accreditation for the Help Me Grow home visiting program. Marion was one of the very first communities in the entire state to receive this recognition. Current Executive Director, Jennifer Laird, heralded Chris on her unwavering mentorship. Chris has been truly instrumental in helping me to achieve my goals and aspirations in my professional life. I came into MAP in 1999, straight out of college, interviewing for my first job in my field of study. Lucky for me, Chris decided that day to take a chance on this young and inexperienced girl. Nominator Tammy Galloway said, during her nearly 40 years with MAP, Chris has made a positive and life-changing impact on thousands of women in the Marion area. Very few can say they have been involved in an organization for 4 decades and touched so many lives.
Heidi Jones is the director of Marion Matters Incorporated. She was nominated by Tom Scott. And her nonprofit donation of choice is Marion Matters Inc. That's not Tom Scott. Standing in for Tom Scott. 4 years ago, Heidi left a successful career and took on the leadership role for a fledgling nonprofit, Marion Matters. She committed to use her leadership talents to give hope and provide skills to individuals struggling with poverty, sharing the tools with them to become part of the community as tax-paying productive citizens. Using her creativity and initiative, Heidi found a way to triple the fiscal resources of the organization and has increased the support staff to help meet the needs of their 180-plus graduates of the Getting Ahead process. Heidi also worked to bring the concepts of Getting Ahead to school-age young adults. Her most recognized achievement during the past year has been the creation of the first resource network in Ohio. The first employee resource network in Ohio. The Employee Resource Network is a low-cost shared resource that helps provide employee retention and productivity. Not only does the ERN benefit our community, but it is a model that is being implemented in other cities throughout Ohio. Nominator Tom Scott said that over 70% of the 180-plus graduates of the Getting Ahead program are women, many of them single parents. Heidi establishes a strong relationship working to obtain the knowledge and skills to stabilize their homes and their households and their lives. Most importantly, Heidi provides a role model for many of our graduates who have never had a strong, positive female influence in their lives. By modeling her strength and leadership, Heidi is empowering and advancing the women that she serves. Congratulations, Heidi.
Our next nominee is Jackie Peterson, pastor, Logos Christian Ministries, nominated by Laura Troutman, nonprofit donation of choice, the Peace and Freedom Committee. Jackie demonstrates excellence, creativity, and initiative through her leadership as the pastor of Logos Christian Ministries, which she established in 2009. She serves as the supervisor of women for the 7th District of Ohio in the Kingdom Connection Fellowship International, chaplain for the General Women's Department for Kingdom Connection Fellowship International, is an advisory board member for the Marion Area Transit System, the United Way and the United Way Advisory Board. Jackie is also a member of Marion's Minority Commission, the Mayor's Pastoral Group, and served the past 2 years as president of Marion's Interdenominational Ministries Alliance. Jackie developed an after-school learning center for the children on the west side of the community, and over the last 6 years has also been instrumental in giving away over 300 book bags with school supplies. As an advocate for the underserved and downtrodden within the community, Jackie is always seeking equal rights and opportunities for individuals regardless of race, religion, social, economic status, or gender. Nominator Laura Troutman said, Pastor Jackie has encouraged countless women of all ages, race, and income to pursue their God-given talents to become more productive citizens for Marion, Ohio. She has really made a lot of strides in uniting the community as a whole and continues to pursue avenues and opportunities to make everyone that she comes in contact with a more valuable person, not just in the community's eyes, but in their own as well. Thank you, Jackie. Congratulations.
Lauren Schiffer. Lauren is a Mary Kay director, and she was nominated by Rebecca Williams. Her nonprofit donation of choice is the Marion County Humane Society. Mary Kay is a $4.7 billion company, and Lauren started her own consulting business in 2014. Since then, she now has over 60 consultants, was awarded the company car within her first year, and is on her way to earning a second one. Lauren's division is ranked 4th in the nation. For the last 3 years, Lauren has been volunteering with the Marion Area Humane Society, serving on their board and marketing committee. She runs a weekly program on social media, interviewing adoptable dogs, taking them out in the community, and socializing them to prepare for adoption. A volunteer at Turning Point, Lauren provides victims of domestic violence with complimentary makeovers to help improve their confidence and self-esteem. And in 2017, spearheaded an initiative with Mary Kay that resulted in a $10,000 corporate donation. In addition, Lauren designated Adopt a Grandparent, a program where customers purchase body care sets that are delivered to area nursing homes. She is also part of the Marion Mentors 21 at Grant Middle School and is in her second year as cheer coach at Elgin Middle School. Nominator Rebecca Williams said that Lauren's ideology has always been to help women discover their full potential and earn what they are worth. While being in your 20s can be a time when a lot of us are just fine struggling to figure out a place in our life, Lauren is making a huge positive impact on everyone and everything that she touches. Congratulations, Lauren.
Our next nominee is Cheryl Wickersham. Cheryl is Vice President of Housing Services, United Church Home. She was nominated by the Reverend Kenneth Daniel, and her nonprofit donation of choice is Brownstone Terrace of Marion. Beginning as a staff accountant in 1993, Cheryl rose to Vice President of Housing Services in 1998. She is the lead senior United Church Homes executive who oversees the development, construction, management, and operations of a growing portfolio of subsidized affordable housing properties. Starting with a handful of properties, Cheryl has grown her division to become one of the top 10 nonprofit providers in the country with 59 facilities in 13 states. Cheryl has served at the national level on the Leading Edge Housing Committee and became part of a Blue Ribbon Task Force bringing recommendations to restructure certain HUD projects to increase their financial and operational sustainability. Locally, Cheryl has been active at St. Paul's Lutheran in Waldo. She also volunteered with the OSUM Alumni Association Annual Bash and the Marion County Relay for Life Committee. Plus, she volunteers with a variety of organizations involved with farming, such as FFA, 4-H, the Marion County Farm Bureau, and the Central Ohio Draft Horse Association, as the Wickershams raise Haflinger draft horses. Nominator Reverend Ken Daniels said, Cheryl is a teacher and lives to be an example to other women throughout our organization. As a member of our senior executive team, Cheryl works closely with me and our top leaders and board. I consider her among our best and brightest, our most dedicated and inspiring leaders at United Church Homes. Congratulations, Cheryl.
Sherry Williamson. Sherry is the author and co-owner of The Woodland Elves. Nominated by Pam Hall and Doris Dunn, her charity nonprofit donation of choice is Exploratorium. An educator for 40 years, many remember Sherry as that lively, fun teacher with a piano in the room. Now Sherry's current project is touching lives. In 2013, she began the Woodland Elves Project. Her first book, published in 2014, sold thousands of copies, and it can be found in schools and homes in 68 different countries. Since then, Sherry made a CD to accompany book one, and a card game called Small Talk, and to promote sharing, a second book, and then her third book debuted in February. In 2015, Sherry opened the Woodland Elves Adventure Trail to the public. Through the U.S. Department of State, the Department of Education, and 2 separate international programs which help teachers in 85 countries provide a foundation of English language skills to talented 13 through 20-year-olds from economically disadvantaged countries. Sherry's work is reaching across the globe. Educators use the Woodland Elves not to only teach English, but to provide a joyful and positive message. A Yemen doctor uses the card game to help hospitalized children deal with post-traumatic stress syndrome. Nominators Pam Poole and Doris Dunn said, we asked Sherry, do you ever have a bad day? When the giggles, the joy, and laughing out loud isn't there? And her response was, yes. Not long ago, I voiced rather loudly to God, you have to tell me that I'm doing the right thing. Within minutes, Sherry received an email from a teacher. The last words of the email were, stay on the path. Sherry's well-known mission statement hung in her classroom for 40 years, pass the joy of life around. And at 72, Sherry is still passing the joy around. Congratulations, Sherry.
Okay, our final nominee is Christy Wink. Christy is production director and choreographer at the Marion Palace Theater. She is also the activities director at the Marion Senior Center. She was nominated by Diane Glassmeyer, and her nonprofit donation of choice is the Marion Palace Theater. Christy's acting career began in 1979 when, at the age of 11, she was cast in the role of Pigtails in Oklahoma. Following reigns as Miss Marion Popcorn Festival, Miss Heart of Ohio, Miss Willard, Christy was crowned Miss Ohio 1991 and represented our state in the Miss America pageant. The following year, she moved to New York City to pursue her acting career, working in TV commercials, soap operas, and as a runway model. A dream came true when Christy was cast as the Follies Girl and Swing in the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, or Broadway production, The Will Rogers Follies. And she also performed on TV's annual Tony Awards presentation, where she had to dance with Liza Minnelli. In 2006, Christy came home to Marion, where she has devoted countless hours to teaching kids performing skills. Christy has been active at the Marion Palace Theater for 36 years as a choreographer, performer, assistant director, and school matinee coordinator. These programs, said nominator Diane Glassmeyer, give kids more than theater tools. They give these kids an extended family and unconditional love in a strict environment with encouragement and consequences. Christy has empowered thousands of lives through her teaching, training, and mentoring. Whether it is in mentoring students to continue their performing college and professional career paths, or helping them learn basic principles to help them succeed in life. Christy shared with them the gift of confidence and self-belief. Thank you very much, Christy.
Wow, amazing group of ladies. Another round of applause. In your program, there is a list of all the past Athena recipients, beginning in 1998 through 2017. Will the past Athena recipients joining us today please stand at your table as I introduce you and remain standing until everyone is acknowledged. These amazing women too. They have done so much and paid forward in this community so that we can build on their work and make Marion the place it is today. So I'm going to start with our very first Athena recipient. 1998 was Lois Fisher. 2001, Karen Reed. 2002, 2003, Diane Glassmeyer. 2004, Elaine Merchant. 2008, Kathy Masters. 2009, Tarina Rose. 2010, Diane Watson. 2012, Judge Teresa Ballinger. 2013, Angela Carpetta. 2014, Phyllis Butterworth. 2015, Jody Demo Hodges. These ladies are magnificent ladies that I truly get to celebrate as they have been nominated and been recipients. So let's give them another big round of applause. And ladies, please join our photographer after the luncheon on the staircase, or maybe a picture of the past Athena recipients that are here with us today. Now's a very special time that kind of tugs on our heartstrings as Marion Women's Council board members. The 2017 Athena recipient and president of the Marion Area Chamber of Commerce, Pam Hall, is a remarkable lady with true courage and kindness. And she couldn't be with us today in person, but she is joining us today with her thoughts through a pre-recorded video.
Hello to all who are filling the Guthrie Room with joy and celebration on this very special day, the day on which the Women's Business Council provides the opportunity for this year's Athena nominees to be recognized and a recipient of the 2018 Athena Leadership Award to be announced, and a nonprofit in our community to be blessed with a sizable donation. I so wish I could be there with you. Trust me when I say I would much rather be in attendance than at the infusion clinic today, though I have to say I am most grateful that being at the infusion clinic has allowed me to be amongst you for yet another year. I really enjoy speaking and sharing thoughts with others, though I have to admit I was a bit nervous about doing this to a camera versus being able to look in your smiling faces and share your smiles back and forth. So I decided to calm my nervousness about the camera thing, that what I'm going to do is kind of actually pretend that I'm practicing for my dream job. You see, I've always wanted to be a home shopping presenter. I just think I could sell cosmetics or cookware or computers, all on 4 easy payments for QVC, or perhaps Diane Gilman's stretch jeans on HSN, and even James and Vogue jewelry on Evine. So for all of you, I would like you to know that being in front of camera today is thanks to Diane Glassmeyer, the coordinator of today's event, and John Mullins, fine students at Harding High School. So I'm here with you via camera. I'm practicing on selling to you, selling the fabulous women who we are honoring today. Lauren, Heidi, Chris, Cheryl, Christy, Kate, Sherry, and Jackie. I'm so incredibly proud of you. Soak up every minute of today. Hold the memories of the hugs and the kudos and the well wishes forever, because they are so very well deserved. Each of you have worked incredibly hard, both personally and professionally. There is no greater honor than to be recognized by your peers for the contributions you have made within our community and beyond. As you may know, the Athena Leadership Award was inspired by the goddess of Greek mythology, who was known for her strength, her courage, her wisdom, and her enlightenment. Know that by being nominated, you join other women and men who across our country have been recognized in communities for professional excellence, community service, and active assistance with women in their attainment of professional excellence and leadership skills. And to the lady who gets to take home the beautiful Athena sculpture today, I sure hope you ate your Cheerios this morning, because that sculpture is probably about as heavy as the real Athena herself must have been. You know, being a goddess isn't easy. It's pretty demanding, actually. And the reality of it is, today, we are only recognizing a handful of the goddesses that are in this room and or in our community at large. To that point, as we celebrate today, I'd like to share with you one of the biggest things I've learned over the past couple of years through my cancer journey, and that is, we simply don't appreciate, recognize, praise, and compliment others nearly as much as we should. There is no big excuse for not doing so. No house needs cleaned, no professional chore is so demanding, no errand absolutely must be run, no task needs completed. No task that can be a legitimate excuse for not giving proper recognition or kudos to your family, to your friends, or to your coworkers. Life is precious, life is short. Life is fragile. While on earth, it truly is better to give than to receive. And it costs nothing but a few seconds of your day to give an attaboy, to write a note of congratulations, to bundle a smile with a compliment, to simply say, a job well done. So please join me now in celebrating a job well done by all of today's nominees. A job well done to the Women's Business Council as an organization for keeping this award alive and to the forefront in our community. To the board of the Women's Business Council for their volunteer time and energy, and to the members of the Women's Business Council for their support of this organization and its mission. So let's just practice celebrating. If you would please, pop to your feet. Stand up, everybody, up. Are you up? Remember, I can't see you. I'm counting on you to be on your feet. Now turn to your neighbor, please, on your left, and thank them for being at today's celebration. Tell them you appreciate them. And then, if you would please, let's all begin clapping our hands in praise for this day that we've all been given, a day for cause of celebration. Thank you very much.
Special effort to either drop her a card, make a call, send her an email, give her an attaboy, and tell her how precious and dear to our hearts she is. And that we appreciate very much that she spent some time with us today. Wow. The Heart of Ohio Homeless Shelter was Pam Hall's Athena Award Charity of Choice last year. The Marion Women's Business Council, in concert with Modern Women of America, were able to donate $5,240 to the homeless shelter in 2017. We are honored today to have the Executive Director of the Heart of Ohio Homeless Shelter, Chuck Bulick. I knew I'd get it eventually. Bulick. He has been with the agency for 8 years. Chuck holds a bachelor's degree in business administration from Kent State University, along with a master of social work degree from the University of Akron. Please help me welcome Chuck. Thank you, Chuck.
It's a pleasure being here and seeing all you folks. And, you know, from my point of view, in this part of the presentation, pay it forward is really the only slogan I can use. With the generous donation that you have generated last year, as well as the match from Modern Woodman, and I need to do a shout out to Ohio Health. Is there anyone here from Ohio Health? And I want to say thank you for your $1,000 match after you heard of this event and that we were selected. I got they reached out to me and said, we'd like to add another 1,000 to that. So thank you very much, Ohio Health, as well. So, being that I don't have a lot of time and I can be very windy, I'm just going to share a few things. Okay, so over $6,200. It's not chump change. That's a lot of money you guys have raised. And I greatly appreciate it. My agency needs that, just like any other nonprofit. With that, 10 people were able to get served because of that money. And that would include the housing, food, the services we provide, case management, basic necessities, and so on. And so you impacted quite a few folks in our life. I see Amber over there, hello. And Amber, Marion, United Way, they're a great provider for us as well and help us serve a lot of Marion County folks. But we're an emergency homeless shelter. And so resources are limited to, that we can tap into. Of course, like many nonprofits, we're run by grants primarily, and then some of our fundraising of our accord. But when events such as this come along, it's a surprise, and it's like, whoa, it's not budgeted. And it's, it's a windfall, but now you just want to say thank you. Most importantly, for all of you, I mean, not only, and Pam is such a wonderful woman, I feel bad for her for what she's going through. We have a personal connection. I have a family member who's on a similar path, and so we have shared plenty of times about the journeys that we have faced and what have you. But there is an epitome of what you guys are all about. You're not only professionals in your professional life, you're civic leaders. And most importantly, you've paid it back. And you're paying it back not necessarily by the money, but by your ideas and talents. And thank you. You're just going to make Marion a great place. So a little bit about me. Our shelters, we have two facilities. We have a men's shelter and a family shelter. We're located, the men's shelter is on East Fairground Street, and the women and family shelter is on West Fairground Street. We're one of the largest rural homeless shelters in the state of Ohio. Last year, we served over 400 people. That's a lot. Okay? Good news, though. The numbers are decreasing. That's a good thing, but that's across the state. We're seeing 2012-13 time frame, we served 558 people. And that was a huge spike. And as all of you know, we went through a little bit of a crisis, didn't we? And so it takes a lot for what you see on TV to hit Main Street. So in 2008, the sky had fallen. And then around 2012, that's when you saw jobs start disappearing locally and more folks, really hitting their wits' end with housing in my case. And they had nowhere to go. So that's what we do. But our shelters are more than just a place to get somebody off the streets. We provide programming. We empower folks through, job search, service linkage to the community. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to what we do because everyone that we serve is not the same. They're not robots, they're people. Every one of us has our own sets of issues in this room. May not be homelessness, but y'all got them. We all do. Okay? Million reasons why people are in my facility. It isn't just that stereotype, oh gosh, there's a homeless person, must be just a dirty drunk. No. These people that we serve have had lives. Many of the people we've served are not uneducated, are not solely addicted to alcohol or drugs, are not mental health issues, have severe mental health. Many of the folks that we serve, it's a accumulation of life events that have gotten them into a homeless state. Yes, the dynamics I said are there, but that's not standard. Don't, I'm just saying, please don't stereotype. Because after being there 8 years and learning story after story after story, some of them are by none of their doing, some are bad decisions, some of them are just a product of just bad situations, and of course, yes. There are those that continue to make bad choices, and Judge Ballinger usually might see a lot of my folks. However, nonetheless, my point is they're just people just like you and I. Okay? It's a label, homelessness. Mental health, it's a label. People don't like labels. Not once have I seen somebody come into my shoulder and say, hey, I'm here today. Hello? No. People aren't happy. They're embarrassed. They don't want to be there. So, you know, our job at the shelter isn't to coddle and baby anyone. We are there to walk side by side with our clients, assist them where we can, give them the resources to empower them to make right choices, give them the game plan. That's what we do in a nutshell. And our tagline is Journey Toward Self-Sufficiency. Ultimately, when they leave, they say, hey Chuck, well, we're leaving, we got a house, we're on our way, and I'm like, great, hopefully I don't see you ever again, in the most kind way. Okay, because truly, we don't want to have to see our folks. We want them to be self-sufficient, get back and be productive in the community, and do what all of you are doing. So with that, I'm just going to make this, close this out and say thank you again. You're a wonderful organization. I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you.
Well, folks, it's that special time. Once again, I want to salute and celebrate each and every person who was nominated today. And I want to thank their family and friends for coming out and supporting them, and for the nominators who cared enough to nominate them. And I'd like to have a nice big round of applause for all of our nominees one more time. The president of the Women's Business Council is going to join me up front.
She has a very important envelope. It's really special.
But I'm just honored to be in this room with all these leaders in Marion and all the people that have a giving heart. Wow. The Athena Leadership Award for 2018 goes to Sherry Williamson. Much deserved hugs and kisses and good wishes. She's the author and co-owner of The Woodland Elves, nominated by Pam Hall and Doris Dunn. And her charity of choice is the nonprofit Exploratory.
I've got a big mouth.
I'm not touching that. Let me do this for you. I would like to give you this. It is very heavy. So congratulations on behalf of Marion and all these leaders and wonderful people in this room, and all the members of the Marion Women's Business Council. Sherry Williamson, we love you. We appreciate you. Godspeed. I'm never going to
lost for words. I just am very grateful. I think the one thing that binds us all together is hope. Everybody here, we hope for a better Marion. We hope for a country that's safe for our children, for them to be happy. We hope for a world that represents peace. And the energy that's in the room today from every single candidate, everybody, thank you. Congratulations to all of you. But it just isn't the 8 of us. I feel like it's everybody in this room. If you're in this room, then we're on the same page. And we're all here for the same purpose. And grateful is just the least. I just think there are elves everywhere just jumping up and down. Sure, one little thing. I just happened to be channel flipping the other day trying to find something wholesome to watch on TV. And I just happened to catch this little sound bite of some news report that indicated that a woman's life peaks at 22 and a half years old. Now, at 72, I was thinking they were only off by about 50 years. Fake news! So I just hope that we can continue to all work together. Almost everybody in here I've known or worked with or had the privilege of being part of our family team. We're all one in this world together. I just know that. And congratulations to all of those who have been recipients. I'm just grateful. I love you. I love you. Pam, I'm saying it, I just felt like she was right here. And Doris and Pam, thank you very much to the Women's Business Council. Thank you. For those of you who have put up with me through the years. Thank you. Get it? You get one more. Oh, do it again.
Wow. Congratulations, Sherry. Well deserved, well earned. God love you. I'd also like to have Angie Carbetas coming forward to do the silent auction results. So while she's doing that, I'd like to thank John Mullins and the Harding Telecom digital media students for the videotaping for Pam. Wasn't that amazing? Good job. Appreciate each and every one of you coming together today to celebrate these outstanding women in the spirit that makes Marion a great community to live and work in. And now we're going to find out who got the basket of their dreams.
Congratulations, everybody, and thanks to all of you who came to make this day possible. And especially thank you to all the silent auction donors. So we have the results of the silent auction. $5,310.